demonstrations will show you how to use JavaScript to create a checkbox like this right here that makes an image appear or disappear. The assumption before you start this demo is that you understand basic HTML and that you understand basic JavaScript, even if you don't understand how to create this. The first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create divs. And when you select your checkbox, what's going to happen is that div will either appear, or one div will appear and the other div will disappear. Or when you select the other checkbox, then the appearance of the div will switch. Just in the interest of time, I went ahead and created the first div, and I'm just going to copy it to the second div. So the first div that we had is the disappear div. The disappear div is going to contain a checkbox named the disappear box. With JavaScript, it's important that you include your ID, and the ID of this object is also going to be called the disappear box. And then it has an on-click event that's called when you select the checkbox. And the name of the checkbox, or the verbiage for the checkbox, is the hide image. And then this also has the image itself. And this is what's going to appear when the page loads. The second div that we have is we're going to rename it the appear box. And this is not going to display on load. So we are going to set the style equals display none, and that will make it not appear when the page loads. We're going to change the name of the box from the disappear box to the appear box, and we're going to change the name of the ID to the appear box. And rather than calling the disappear event, we're just going to call the appear event, and it will say display image. And then we're going to actually take the image out, because when this div appears, we don't want to see the image. So now we've created the two divs, and we are going to go up and actually look at the functions themselves. Again, I created the function just in the interest of time, so I wasn't typing both of these out. And you'll see that the function, the disappear event, has several activities that occur. First, we have the appear div, and we set the display equal to open tick marks, which means that it will display. Then we have the appear box, and we set it to check. And what that does is once you check this, because we're just making things appear and disappear, once you select it, it'll remain selected, and this just makes sure that it deselects the checkbox every time something appears or disappears. And then we will set the disappear div as a display equal to none, which means it will not display. And now we're going to modify this and create the appear event. And in this case, we're going to set the disappear style display set to display. We are going to set the disappear box check value equal to false, and we are going to set the appear div style to display to not display. And that should be all we need to do. Now we're going to run this and see if it works. So the page loaded, and we have the hide image checkbox with the image. Now we're going to select it, and it disappears. And now we have a display image. Select it, and the image reappears.